Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Clay Loves Logic, where on this channel I solve logic-based Sudoku puzzles I find interesting. Today, I'm going to be looking at the puzzle Romans Between Kropkis by Tingo. As always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the description of the video so you can try it out if you'd like. But with that in mind, let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. You have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and in every column. Digits separated by a knight's move in chess may not contain the same digit. So if we think about a knight's move, let's say this central digit, let's imagine this was a 6. Now, knight's move says, if you think about how a chess or how a knight moves in chess, they move 3 cells in one direction and then 1 in the other. They can move like that. That's a valid knight's move. That's also a valid knight's move. So it's that, and that. Those are all valid knight's moves. So a knight's move constraint says none of these digits can be a 6. If that was a 6, which I don't know. Cells in the same relative position may not contain the same digits. What that means is if this cell was a 1, we couldn't have a 1 in any of these other cells. None of them could be 1. Cells joined by a white dot have consecutive values. These two, if this was a 2, this could be a 3 or a 1. Cells joined by a black dot are in a 2 to 1 ratio. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 3 to 6, anything like that. Cells separated by a V sum to 5, and cells separated by an X sum to 10. Digits along between lines have values between digits in the circles, i.e. these 4 digits are going to be between these. One of these will be low, one of these will be high. And also the actual lines are palindromes. So these two cells are the same digit, and these two cells are the same digit. Same can be said up over here. These two cells are the same digit, and these two cells are the same digit. And yeah, they always have to be different. Okay, that's the rules as we get them. Let's have a go. So we know that these are 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Now, the next thing we know is you can't have a 1 on a between line, can you? Because what do you put on a between line that's higher than... Hey, get a toy. Sorry, my dog is misbehaving. Sorry, the point being that you can't have a 1 on a between line because the other two digits, what could you have that's lower than a 1? Nothing. So this has to be a 1, 4. This has to be a 2, 3. Now, the next thing I can tell you is where do we put a blue digit in this box? Only here. This is blue. Which means we need a blue digit somewhere down here. Could be here or here. I think either of those are fine. Somewhere in one of these two positions we'll have a blue digit. Somewhere in one of these 3 positions we'll have a pink digit. Yeah, okay, sure. We need a green digit somewhere down here. We need an orange digit somewhere. Well, where do we need an orange digit in this box? What can we say about that? Normal Sudoku says it's not here or here. Knight's Move Sudoku says it's not here or here. It's only in one of 2 places. Yeah. Okay. What next? Well, we can pencil mark that those are 2 3s. Not that that's helpful. 1 sec. I'm gonna just grab my puppy because she seems to be, yes, hello. Say hi, Ellie. Hi. I want to be able to keep my eyes on her. So I want to encourage her to just sort of nap on my lap. Because it's late, baby. It's a long day. Why don't we relax? Why don't we relax and let me keep cracking away at this puzzle? Wouldn't that be nice? All right. Ellie, what can I say? What if this is a 1? If this is a 1, that would make this a 4. If this is a 1, this would have to be higher than a 4, some other digit. So let's imagine that it then is, if this is a 1, this could be, maybe this is 4. And then this would be 6. And this would be 4. So we'd have to have, well, that actually wouldn't work because we'd have to have 5 and 6. Yeah, which doesn't work. If this was a 1, if this is a 1, this has to be higher than 4. It can't be 5 either because you'd have to have 5 can't sum to 5. So if this is a 1, this is a 6, 7, 8, or 9. If this is a 6, 7, 8, or 9, this is a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Remember, we're operating under the assumption now that if this is a 1, this is a high digit, which forces this to be a 4, and it forces this to be a low digit. And that breaks the puzzle, doesn't it? Because for it to even work, we'd have to maximize it at 9 and 1. And that would let us put 2 and 3 on this. But we know 2 and 3 are different digits. These 4 digits are different than these. So this is a 4. That's the only way we can get the room we need, which actually forces this to be a 1 and this to be a 9. So this is in fact not blue, and this is blue. Oops, back to those colors. This is blue and it's 2 or 3. This is then 1. Let's give 1 a color of purple. And let's give 9 the color of tan. I mean, these are not the usual colors I use, I'm sure. If anyone's watched my videos, any coloring puzzle, I have set colors I like, but that's okay. Okay, what do we say now? Where do we put a 9 in this? Well, normal Sudoku says it's not there. Knight's Move Sudoku says it's not there. Knight's Move Sudoku says it's not here. This is a 9. Okay. One of these is a 9. What about a 1 in this central box? It's not there. 1 is in one of 3 places. And we should be able to almost start thinking about disjoints, because if we think about normal Sudoku, none of these are 1s. This is not a 1 via Knight's Move. This is not a 1 via Knight's Move. But also, we can now say that this is not a 1 via disjoint because there's a 1 in the same specific spot. So the 1 is in one of those places. Oh, and actually, that's really helpful, isn't it? Because look, normal Sudoku says this is not a 1 via this one. Knight's Move Sudoku says that's not a 1. Disjoint Sudoku says this is not a 1 because of this one. It's in the same relative position. And that means we can't have a 1 in the top row, which means this is the only spot that could be a 1. It's in one of 2 places. But for this to be a 1 here, this would have to be a 2. And that's not going to be possible because if blue's 2, it sees it. And if pink's 2, it sees it. So this is not a 1. So this is a 1, which now tells us 1 has to be in one of 2 places in box 3. And there's no disjoint rules yet that will allow us to remove anything. But if we think about where a 1 goes now, it doesn't go there. And something interesting I can tell you about Knight's Move Sudokus is, so normal Sudoku says it's not in, these 2 positions. Knight's Move Sudoku says it's not in that position. So now we could think to ourselves, it could be here or here. But, oh, actually, that is possible, sorry. That is possible. But what's not possible is this one because of this, and this one because of that one. So 1 is always in the bottom here, which means we get another 1, and in turn we get a 9. Yes. Okay, excellent. Now, what do we know about 1s? And we're starting to know quite a bit. For example, there's no more 1s in the top rows because we have all of the options with which we could have a 1. So if we look at any given grid now, like this is a perfect example. None of these could be 1s because 1, 1, 1. This one couldn't be a 1 because of 1. So we're already down to just, there's only 5 more 1s to place. Excellent. What can we say about nines? I think we should be able to say something pretty convincing about nines in this box. Not there via Sudoku or there via Sudoku. Nine's in one of two places. Oh, and nine's not here because it's on a dot, right? If this is a nine, you can't double it. There's nothing that it could become. So this is a nine, and you can't divide it either. And then we get a nine somewhere down here, which we can't clean up yet. Where does now a nine has to go somewhere in this box. Normal Sudoku says it's not there or there, and Knight's Move Sudoku says it's not here. We get a nine. Now we need a nine somewhere in the bottom. That's not this one because we can't, double it. Oh, and actually, it's so silly of me. Look, this is obviously not a nine for the exact same reason. This is now a nine and it's not pink. So this is a nine. This is not a nine. And it forces a nine to be in one of two positions here. And we cannot clean that up yet, but that's fine. Can we? Disjoint. Yes, we can. Look, this nine here sees this nine because they're in the same relative position. So we get a nine and we get a nine. And now you'll see the power of disjoints because when I highlight these nines, we will not see any in the same positions. We'll have a nine in this corner. We'll have a nine, one cell up here. Nine, 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 nine. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. None of them are in the same relative position. Sorry, I'm gonna pause the video quick. I just have to let my dog out. All right, we're back. Sorry for the delay. The joys of owning a young puppy dog. Let us think now about blue digits, specifically in this box, because Knight's Move, normal Sudoku says none of those are blue. This is not a blue via Knight's Move. This is not a blue via Knight's Move. Knight, so one of these two is the blue digit. And we can't eliminate either via disjoint yet. But we can eliminate it via Sudoku because look, none of these can be blue. None of these can be blue. So blue is in fact one of these. And that means this is not blue. And this is blue. And blue will double to a 4 or a 6, won't it? Because it can't double to a 1 because the 1 is already spoken for. All right. So we need a blue in one of these three. Is that helpful yet? I don't think so. Sorry, I'm awfully bad at disjoint puzzles, and I find myself having to scan the grid a lot. Well, what do we know about 2 3s? That's not in either of those positions, nor is it in that position. It's not in that position, obviously. Nor is it there, obviously. I'm trying to figure out how many places left. Could be 2 or 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to place 4. Any of these are valid. Hey, dude, chew your toy. Her new thing is chewing my chair. It's just absolutely so frustrating to me. She has all the toys in the world, but she wants to chew my chair. One of these is a blue, isn't it? And that's all of the 4 positions available for a blue. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. What now can we say about ones? Where do we put a 1 in this box? We don't put a 1 here or here. But that's all I can actually say, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately. So that's not tremendously helpful. Yeah. Okay, sure. What about 4s? A few different places, and then quite a few different places. It's not I mean, I guess it's worth noting that a 4 could only be in one of 3 places here. If that's even worth noting, to be honest, I'm not sure. Um, what else do we know about 4s? Well, let's actually just think about what this digit could be. Because it can't be a 2 or a 3. Well, that does it, doesn't it? Just good old Sudoku does it. This can't be a 2 or a 3. It sees both 2 and it sees 3. So if this can't be a 2 or a 3, it can't be 1, 2, 2, 4, or 3, 6. It's only 4, 8. And that's going to give us a 6. And by, Sudoku, or by black dot, it's going to give us a 3. So we're going to get a couple 2s. Great. So this is a 4, 8 pair now. And now we know that this is a 2 via Sudoku. There's nowhere else a 2 can go. That's going to give us a 2 here via disjoint. This couldn't be a 2 because there's one there. So this is now a 1 or a 4 only. And I don't believe we have anything that would remove those abilities. I think 1 or 4 is both valid. Yeah. So what is this now? This is 5 and 7, isn't it? Yeah. This is just 5 and 7. Okay, well now let's look at this black dot. For this black dot to exist, 1, 2, 3, it could only be, I think this just has to be a 4 or an 8. Look, because there's a 1 in this box and a 2 in this box and a 3 in this box. So 1, 2, 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 6 are all spoken for. So this is just a 4, 8 as well. Excellent. And then this is now solved. This is a 6. Yeah, and that's going to force a 6 to be somewhere up here. And oh, this is a 3, 6 pair now, which means this would have to be a 2. In fact, it is a 2. Look, where do you put a 2 in this box? You can only put a 2 here. So this is a 3, and this is a 6. And remember, for coloring sake, because we were still coloring, 3's blue, which means none of these are blue. So this is a 3, and I will continue to color just the ones that I, initially started. This is now a 3, and this is now a 3. And let's take the color off all of those except there. So this is a 6. Absolutely lovely. This is a 6 via disjoint because that can't be a 6. Gosh, disjoint puzzles are so tricky for me, but I do enjoy them. You know what? I might continue to color some of these because actually seeing the color, in my mind, it helps with the disjoint. I don't know if it actually does. I think it might. All right. All right. Uh, what now? Where does a 2 go here? Precisely one of 2 places. And that means the 2 here is in precisely one of 2 places. And for this to be a 2, this would have to be a 1 or a 4, which I believe is fine. So let's not think more about that than we need to just yet. Where do you put a 4 here? Yeah, it could still go in a couple of places. It could go there or there. And I don't believe there's any disjoint working against us. No, there's not. 8, 5, and 7. Yeah, this doesn't really matter. Okay, what about 4 now? It's in one of two places here. Because it's not there via Sudoku, and 4 is not orange. And that is going to say that none of these are 4. And that is going to do what for us? I don't know just yet. I just, yeah, I don't know just yet, actually. Okay, what about a 6? One of two places. No restriction. 6 is interesting because it can't ever go in a central box now, can it? Look, 6, 6, and 6. So what I mean by that is none of these are 6s now. And also this one would not be 6. None of these are 6. That's already interesting, actually. Where have we not placed a 6 that we could think about that trick? None of these are 6. Oh! Well, first of all, this is orange, but now 6 is not orange or green. None of these are 6. And this isn't a 6. We get another digit. That's a 6. And now none of these are 6. Right? Because we have this as a 6. We can see we have, 6s across the board and down the middle. So the pattern with, none of those are 6s now. None of these are 6s. 6 is in precisely one of two places, and it's not here via knight's move. This is not a 6. So this is a 6. And then, therefore, this is a 1. Is that the only spot that, yeah, this is a 1. That's the only spot that was left to be a 1. That's not a 1. This is not a 6. We get a 6. Is that all the 6s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need one more 6, and it is just here. Only spot it can be. Lovely. Okay. And just like that, 6s are done. Where shall we turn our attention to now? I feel like this could be 1 or 4. This could be 1, 4, but it could also be 5, 7, or 8. 1, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, it can still be basically anything. Can I say that this, what about 1s? Where are all our 1s? We have 1s along the top row here and there, I believe. So for example, we need a 1 somewhere in this box. It's none of those places. But Sudoku tells us it's also not there. And irregular things say it's not there. So this is the only spot that can be a 1. So now this is a 1. This is not a 1. That forces this to be a 4. This is 5, 7, 8. Which means these are 5, 7, 8. So they're palindromes. Well, no, sorry. It means these are 5, 7, 8s. Oh, did I color the palindrome wrong? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Whew. So what does that tell us? It's got to tell us something. We need a 1 somewhere here. It's not there. It's not there. This is a 1. We have to be almost done this puzzle now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got all the 1s. Let's look at 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 2 somewhere in this box. It's not there. Anti-Knight says it's not there. I think either of these are then still valid. But if this is a 2, this is not a 2 via Sudoku. And this is not a 2 via Anti-Knight. So neither of those could ever be 2. So that's the orientation with which 2 works. And that then 1, 2, we need a 2 somewhere up here. And that's it. 2 there and 2 there. Knight's move sees that precisely. So this is a 2. This is a 2. And that should be all of the 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move on to 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have all our 3s. Let's look at 4s. We only have 2 4s. Lots of room for improvement. Can I tell you anything else about fours at this stage in the game? Are fours a thing that we should consider in our lives? Oh, well, this four, look at that. That's an 8 and a 4. All of a sudden, we have a 4 and an 8. And now that will tell us what? It's going to start to tell us lots. It just has to. 4 is only in the middle here now, which means there is a 4 up here. No. Sorry. There's already a 4 in this box. Goodness gracious, Clayton. I know you're tired, but my God. Okay. Now 4s are spoken for in this region, aren't they? No more 4s can exist anywhere like that. We need a 4 somewhere in this box, but these are the only 2 spots that can be a 4. Unless this could be a 4. And it can't. So this is not a 4. This is not a 4. Neither of these are 4. Which means 4 is only ever here or here, but it's not here via that. So this is a 4, which sees this and gives us a 4, sees this, gives us a 4. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only need a few more 4s, and we're not going to be able to quite solve them just yet. Oh, this is, look at that. This is a 5 or 7. Now, is there a world where 8 is green? Well, first of all, we know that that's just 5, 7 now. And 5, 7 is not 8. Oh, but it could be 5, 7, 5. I don't know. I'm just thinking about this for a second. Let me think briefly. I'd like to solve this puzzle quickly. We need 5, 7, 8. He says as he's 31 minutes into it. It's not quick at all. 8 is never in the bottom anymore. So we don't really know much about 8s. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. With no help. Here we need 5, 7, 8. Here we need 5, 7, 8. Again, no real help, I don't think. Here we need 5, 7, 8. Here, to nobody's surprise, we need 5, 7, and 8. And here we need 5, 7, and 8. And that's going to finally start to give us some work, because this can't be 5 anymore, can it? This is a 5, so this is a 5. So this is a 5. So this is a 5. So these are 5s. So that is a 5. So well, now we know 5 is not green. So that's a 7. So this is not, this is a 7. This is an 8. I want to clean up all my pencil marks. I want to get 5 because I think we have all the 5s, right? Don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost. We have this little corner of 5s. This is not a 5. So we have this little corner of 5s. I'll just put one of these in for now. What is going on here? It's not an 8. Oh, it's got to just be disjoint, doesn't it? Let's not overcomplicate things. 8's not in the bottom row anywhere, which is not helpful. 7s? We only have 2 7s, and all I can tell you is they're not in these corners. which does absolutely nothing to help us. It's got to be fours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where do fours go? Here, here, and here, or here. And we just can't disambiguate that. Really? That's annoying. Oh, crap. I have to. Okay, no, maybe I don't. My dog will need out in a second, but I think we're so close to solving this puzzle. I just want to get it done. Let's turn our attention then to, well, for whatever it's worth, let's color this. Let's just color this quick because this is at least not this digit, you know, and that's going to do a lot. That just look, this is not, this is this now. This is that color. This is the tan color. It just has to be, and that does it. And my dog needs out, and I'm going to solve this before she needs out because I am determined. And I hope that means she does not poop on the floor. No, she won't. She's a good girl. This is then a 7. This is an 8. This is a 7, which makes this a 7. This is now, okay, we're so close. This is a 4. This is a 7. This is, yes, I know. This is a 7. This is an 8. This is a, well, neither of them are 8. So that's a 5, 7. This is a 5, 7 pair. This is the only spot left to be a 4. What have we learned about 5s and 7s? Where can they not? Well, look at that. 5, 7, 5. Great puzzle. 35 minutes, 31 seconds, 36 people solved in 11 hours. Great puzzle. Tingo. Romans between Kropkis. I really enjoyed this one. I hope everyone enjoyed watching it, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks, everyone.